Okay, so let's play.
It was Christmas time on the island of Sodor, and Sir Topham Hatt's engines were busy. The snow made the engine's job difficult. Stuff and bother! The engines had to work hard to make their deliveries on time. This made the engines feel very reliable. Where you going, Sydney? I seem to have forgotten. How reliable. Elizabeth pulled into the fitter's yard with Thomas's snowplough. Who needs that beat-up, silly old hunk of junk? Said Thomas. That's no way to talk about your snowplow, said Elizabeth. Who was talking about the snowplow? You can't be reliable without your snowplow. That made Thomas cross. You know I'm reliable, he puffed. I just don't like my snowplow. Elizabeth is rude, Thomas chuffed. And this snowplow makes my buffers ache. Later on, Thomas saw Sir Topham Hatt talking to Elizabeth. This is the worst Christmas ever. The Sodor Cake Factory has been snowed in. Their Christmas cakes must get to the docks, or else the children won't get their Christmas pudding. Let me do the job, puffed Thomas. Sir Topham Hatt? Oh no, Thomas. I need you on your branch line. Besides, we hardly use Elizabeth on this channel. And she's reliable. Hurry, Elizabeth. Think of the pudding. You mean children? Yes, them too. The snow was heavy to push through, but Thomas made it to every stop on time. Elizabeth was struggling to stay on the road. Her wheels did not like the slippery ice at all. When Thomas arrived at the docks to pick up Terence, he was surprised that Elizabeth had not returned. Yarr! The ship will miss the tide, said the docks manager. That means the children won't have their Christmas pudding. Thomas, you must find the Christmas pudding at once. You mean Elizabeth, sir? Her too. We must save Christmas for the pudding. Yarr, you mean children? Yes, them too. Perhaps Elizabeth isn't reliable after all, he whispered. Meanwhile, at the Sodor Chocolate Factory, Elizabeth was piled high with crates of Christmas pudding. Sir Topham Hatt's counting on me. I mustn't be late. As she chuffed onto the icy road. Suddenly, she was on a steep hill. Her driver applied the brakes. Elizabeth slid out of control into a deep snowdrift. Poor Elizabeth. Thomas and Terence puffed through the swirling snow. They couldn't see Elizabeth anywhere. Soon they spotted her driver. Elizabeth is stuck, her driver explained. I need your help digging her out. Terence had Elizabeth out in no time. We'll have to hurry, said Thomas. It's not your fault, Elizabeth. It's the slippery road. But the road ahead is much slipperier still. If you load the pudding onto me, I'll go to the docks and explain everything to Sir Topham Hatt. Soon, Thomas was loaded up with all the pudding. You will explain to Sir Topham Hatt what happened, won't you, Thomas? Don't worry, Elizabeth. I'll tell Sir Topham Hatt the truth. Thomas chuffed and puffed as fast as he could. Thomas arrived at the docks just in time. Sir Topham Hatt was delighted to see the baking crates. Thomas, we must unload you immediately. Now the children will have their Christmas pudding, said Thomas. Yes, the children. But what happened to Elizabeth? I'll tell you exactly what happened, Sir Topham Hatt. Elizabeth was trying to keep the pudding away from the docks. She said she didn't want the children to have the pudding. That's outrageous! Oh, that poor pudding. Yarr, I think you mean children. Yes, children. Don't worry, I know just what to do. There should be no room on that ship. How'd they fit a train on there if it's full of Christmas pudding? Wait a second. Where'd all the Christmas pudding go? I'll give this pudding a good home.
Hey guys, click here to watch another video and click here to subscribe to our channel. Bye!